I'm going to check out and I'm going to bring Merlin in and let him talk. I've been channeling Merlin since the mid-90s, and so I have a very good relationship with him, and this is the real deal. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to step out and
I'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah, watch the clock, please, because we have to do all the closing.
Yeah.
You know,
all
so
right.
we have like 20 minutes.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
Greetings, dear ones.
Greetings, Merlin.
Good to be with you.
And you.
There are others, yes.
Yes.
And we speak to those who are not here, yes.
Yes. Yes, it'll be posted later.
You do that.
Yes, I do.
Within these times, dear one, we exist on this human plane in confusion and not knowing what to believe. This is a time where mankind must gain clarity through his heart. Mankind is being informed, misinformed, and uninformed. This is the source of the confusion, creating feelings of not knowing who or what to believe. And it is a time where there are those who proclaim as information that you deem as a bit of, how you say, an undercurrent, is unbelievable. And when one is, how you say, shocked by information that is truthful but goes beyond the conception of the brain, mankind deems it as unbelievable, as a defense to not wanting to accept that information as truth, you understand?
Yes.
And man is more challenged at this time than he ever has been, for through the use of your boxes and your, how you say, your devices, information can be directed and redirected and substituted with false information through these devices. As man has become more advanced with devices and machines, he is also confused by the intricacies of how these devices can operate. Do you understand?
Yes.
So mankind must not completely rely on these boxes and devices that spit out information repeatedly like a dragon. He must return to the use of his own mind, where intuition can prevail, leading man to truth, you see.
Yes.
Otherwise, you become full of information that must be sorted through as if you have lost a needle in a haystack. This is a time where less information that is truthful is more valuable than multitudes of information that seem to take up mental space. And at this time, man is full of his mentality being overwhelmed with so much.
Yeah.
This is why many have refused to view the box with those who purport this information as fact, and some claim that it is not fact. This is a challenging time for mankind. He must search in his mind and in the mind of the heart to seek truth and to own truth and to live truth. And there are those of you who have lived truth. Many of you have survived the imposition of governmental orders based upon lack of research, ordering you to do certain things, not do certain things, and to ingest into your body chemicals that you are not certain of their ultimate effect. Do you see?
Yes.
Now you are coming out of this time. And those of you that have allowed yourself to trust truth shall prosper and flourish as you move ahead. And there are those who have ingested certain things and allowed themselves to participate in practices. But that does not mean these individuals have been issued a death sentence. The true, how you would say now, killer is fear. And it is important to know what, no matter what you believe or no matter what you, how you say subscribe to, that you remove yourself from fear and those who try to influence with the use of fear. Many of you are quite strong and resist the fear and remove yourself from situations and circumstances and conversations where fear runs rampant. Dear ones, those of you that are present, you are moving toward changing times that are the reversal of what has been in a time where power has, how you say, been intimidating. You have survived this. That side that chooses to intimidate is losing this battle. They keep trying to invent circumstances to push back. And mankind is in a time of awakening. Mankind is emerging from below and coming up to witness the light of dawn. The sun is shining again on mankind. And as you have been fearful for the last 2 calendar cycles, you're witnessing many who are tired of being imposed upon, yes?
Yeah.
The spirit of man, that flame has been rekindled. And as you have heard before, yes, there are times that the villagers have stormed the castle. And more villagers have joined the ranks of those who choose to storm the castle. And you are coming upon a storming as you have not witnessed before. Those who put out fear to intimidate live in fear. They are the ones who shall be consumed by their own fear. Those of you that have seen through this, you have no fear. You have lived your lives according to what you know you should be doing on the path that you are on toward your destiny. And now you are gaining momentum. You are picking up speed. You are no longer pushing the boulder uphill. The boulder is about to cross the peak and go down the other side of the mountain. And there are those of you who are waiting positive changes in finance, global structures. This is in the works. There are those who have been, how you say, controlling man, controlling the weak through the use of finance and allowing man to have crumbs as if your governing bodies are being generous. That is a means of control. As man returns to being gainfully employed, in that lies the power, not the crumbs that are distributed by those in power. Do you understand?
Yes.
And as man continues to gain momentum, there are other shifts within the realm of finance that are beyond the scope of the awareness of the common man. And as these changes are pushed against or tried to be, how you say, stolen, the more they gain momentum and shall reign upon the common man. Man will realize that he has been duped for centuries. Man will gain his power back. Man has been subjected to the control of many in various forms of business or government. Those individuals are losing their strength. They are losing their foothold. You see.
Yeah.
The spirit of man is rising. And you must believe and you must trust. Yes, you have been through, how you say, scary times, but you are here as a survivor to speak of it as a past event, not the future. It seemed dark for some time, but that darkness is returning into dawn's light. You have come through it and continue to come through. Wish for what you want. Attain what you want. Allow the magic of the mind to produce great rewards. Dear one, is there information that you seek?
You know, there is one of the people who asked a question, and I think that it is something that a lot of people are concerned about. They've gone through this moment of COVID and this darkness that you were just talking about. And I think that they are unsure of how to get their joy back. You know, they're feeling rather stuck. They're feeling still afraid. And, you know, they're looking for that element of happiness.
There are times that man's worst enemy is his memory. It is important to forget about what has transpired in this time and to allow oneself to emerge into what he or she wishes to create. You are no longer being held back. Those bonds have been broken now. Ask yourself what it is that you want. Return to healthy living, not just in your body, but in your mind. That is behind you. And for those who choose to be fearful, then you shall linger and suffer within the realm of how you say tough times. Happiness, dear ones, lies within your heart. It is not something you attain or purchase in a shop. It is within you. And if you wish to remember, then remember the happy times.
I like that. I also have another question from me. You know, there are still so many people that are unaware of this conversation, and they believe what they see on the box, and they are just unaware of much of the things that you have said. Is there going to be some sort of great moment of some sort that people will get this understanding, get this knowledge?
Dear one, there are those who choose to continue to view that information, for it substantiates the circumstances that they have and creates rationale to continue into some form of abysmal behavior, you see?
Mm-hmm.
That will always be available. As other individuals seek deeper information or what they believe is truth, they allow themselves to live their life differently. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ask the question as if this information from the box shall cease? No, dear one, that shall not happen, for that is a form of entertainment. And as you view information that is reported as fact, you must remember, as the great scribes have created theater, this is a script in itself.
Yeah.
It is not written by those who speak, it is written for them.
So I was speaking the other day about timelines. So it's like the people who are watching those scripts, they're literally allowing the scripts to create their timeline. And those that are hearing and seeing words like you are sharing are focused on a whole nother timeline. And we're creating from a different vantage point.
Dear one, there is within not the concept of time as you speak, as it is drawn on paper, but the dimensional form of time allows individuals to make choices and move on to paths that alternate from the path they are on, although they continue to exist as they are.
Mm-hmm.
And this lies within the power of choice.
Right.
And you can change your position on your path.
Right.
As you move through time. It is the science of the brain, not magic.
Right.
So if you do not like the circumstances as they are, as you make choices, you shift the position on the path.
Yes.
Time, in itself, the concept, escapes mankind. Time has a tendency to rule mankind, for instead of focusing on what they wish to create, they focus on the timing of the event, asking the question, when will something occur? It occurs when mankind creates that event. Mankind does not control time. They control what they choose and what they create.
Right. So that goes back to the beginning when you're saying the true killer is fear, and remove yourself from fear. You're removing yourself from that timeline into one where you're owning your intentions.
Which is your, how you say, your parallel existence.
Yes.
As you, mankind, and those of you that believe in evolved concepts, speak of The fifth dimension, which is beyond time, which is an existence within the soul, the mind, and the body, to move forward without limitation. And mankind, in certain realms and techniques, is learning to venture into the fifth dimension. There are times situations occur that do not make sense to man, for it seems like they are here and something has happened in a second, so to speak, and something is different. And as you on your planet you call Earth and this solar system moves through different positions in the cosmos, there are different energies that are passing through that are allowing access to these dimensional, call them if you will, doorways. And you do experience them because you feel strange or different or weird for a moment. Then it seems to go back to what you believe to be normal. More of this is taking place on Earth. These dimensional doorways. And you may look at yourself in a moment and see yourself as unchanged, and the clothing you wear is the same, but you know within yourself that something is different, but you, as you say, you can't put your finger on it. There is more of this to come. And no, dear one, you are not through vehicles going to be teleported to another planet. You shall remain in this physical existence, but with adjusted realities. There is more of this to come, dear one. And it shall cause some to ask, what just happened? For it will happen quickly. You are in no danger. It simply is a shift of consciousness on the deepest of levels that allows you to shift away and move into a path of existence that is better than what was there.
I like that.
There are great beings of the non-physical nature that are quite interested in the well-being of man. And they are assisting man away from this danger. They shall not allow mankind to be eliminated as if in genocide. You are being observed in the proper way, and you are being assisted to move past these limitations and dangers.
That's good to know.
Yes.
Merlin, we're running out of time. I want to thank you so much for your wisdom, your guidance, your insight. I greatly appreciate you, and I have no words. Thank you.
Dear one, you never run out of time.
I know, right?
Time is infinite. Good to be here.
Okay.
And we shall speak again.
Yes, thank you. Well, that was a bunch of good news.
Okay.
While he's waking up, I will just say that was fabulous. Thank you so much.
You're
It was
welcome.
really great.
I'm sure you'll feel